Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'll be sharing a technique on how I get my bust cups from looking flat to looking cupped and well-rounded. So stick around if you want to see how. For the cup materials, I like to use the Fusible fleece and sometimes the laminated bra foam. For the Fusible fleece, you find a lightweight texture and a heavyweight texture, so whichever one works just fine. Using the lightweight texture would just means you have to layer more and layer less when you're using the heavyweight texture. Now, based on how thick you want the bra cups to be, go ahead and layer as you like. Here I'm going to layer a couple of pieces, I think about 3 or 4. Now, when you're laying, make sure the Fusible sides is laying over each other so that they're well glued together. Now, once you've layered your pieces, the next thing to do is to press using a steam iron. Now, the steaming process is one of the most important parts. Make sure to steam well enough so that it forms a single layer of fabric. And if the layers are opening up like this, just go ahead and steam it some more. So I'm going to be using the leftover pieces from my last project to just show you guys the example. Also, I'll be sharing 2 methods. One you can do with a zigzag machine and one you can do without a zigzag machine. So for the first method, you're going to lay and pin your pattern piece on your laminated fleece and cut without seam allowance. Now mark the fullest part of the cup so that you're able to align it when sewing. So this method does not require a zigzag machine. So for that, we're going to cut another layer of fleece, leaving 1/2 inch allowance along the bust curves. The 1/2 inch along the bust curve is how we're going to join the pieces together. Now after cutting the extra layer, you're going to go ahead and press using your steam iron, basically attaching it to your previous layers of fleece. Now pin and hold in place, sewing along the bust curve using the 1/2 inch allowance that was added. Now you want to be careful when you're sewing along this curve so that you don't sew over the thicker layer of fleece. And you can also use your invisible foot for this area so that you're able to sew as close as possible to the layers. Now after sewing, you can either go ahead and just press your seams open or top stitch. I like to do a top stitch first before pressing the seams open. This way my seam is already laid out flat and it also gives a little bit of structure along the bust curves. To keep my seams as flat as possible, I'm going to go ahead and trim off some of the seam allowance. Now the next and final part is the molding process. For this, you're going to need a bust ham or any round tool that you use for ironing bust curves. So there's a DIY tutorial on this one that I'm using here. I'm going to link it in the cards above and in the description as well. So if you want to see how I made that, you can check it out. Now to mold the cups, I like to start pressing from the outer edges of the cups. Now you want to press going in circular motions, and as you go, you make sure you use your hands to cup it. Also take note of the size of the bust ham you're using. Now when you're working with smaller cups, make sure to use smaller bust hams, and for larger cups, use larger bust hams. Now when it comes to the fullest part or the center part of the cups, I usually iron gently around that area. Now just repeat the process until you get your desired result. Now make sure you're using a steam iron for this. Now using an iron that does not have steam might make your fleece melt. So here's what my finished result looks like. Now one of the reasons I prefer using the fleece to the laminated bra foam is because you're literally able to turn it into whatever shape, mostly for larger cup sizes, which requires more depth in the cups. Now moving on to the second method. So here I've gone ahead to layer my fleece and also cut my pattern pieces out without seam allowance. Now this method is going to have the inside of the cups lined. So what I did was add a layer of Fusible double-sided interfacing. I'm going to trim it down to the size of the cups and add my satin over it and press. Now after pressing on the satin, I'm going to cut all around, leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance except the bust curve. I'll be finishing this part of the cups using a zigzag stitch. Now for the main fabric that I'm going to use to cover the cups, I've gone ahead to cut, leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance all around. Next, I'm going to join the cups using the zigzag stitch like so. And you want to make sure the settings on your zigzag stitch is wide enough and close together as much as possible. This way all your seam is going to be well covered without any spacing. This is what your zigzag stitch should look like, almost like an embroidery stitch. So this is what the cups looks like before the steaming and the ironing process, and this is what it looks like after pressing and molding. I like to use the lined method for when I'm making corsets or bustiers that don't have a full lining. For example, when you're making like a transparent corset and you're not going to fully line the bodice, you can do the lining part of the cups like this. Next, I'm going to sew the pieces of the actual fabric of the cups, do a top stitch and press. Now once that is done, I'm going to attach the main fabric to the cups like so, with the right sides and the lining sides facing. I'm going to pin in place and sew 1/2 inch along the seams. After attaching it along the top, I'm going to pin the other parts of the fabric and the cups together like so. And then stitch around just along the 1/2 inch that was left as the seam. So this seam is going to serve as a guide for when you're attaching the cups to the main bodice. Now when you finish this part, you can still go ahead and give it another round of pressing and molding. So this is how I do most of my cups, and it's worked well for me, so I just thought to share. So if you've made it this far and you found any part of this tutorial helpful, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and share. So in the next and upcoming tutorial, I will be showing you how to attach these cups to a corset bodice. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.